So I work for Standard Bank of South Africa, the Standard Bank Group. We're Africa's largest bank, so we're headquartered in South Africa, but I work for the bank in New York. And my job at Standard Bank, I'm the head of a group called the International Development Group, and I look after a segment of our clients that are involved in the donor flows into Africa. I think when we look at working with the international donors to Africa, those flows still make up about 30% of the flows to the continent, so it's a significant amount of resources. And the way we look at this customer base is rather than just trying to sell them banking services, which of course we do, but it's to think about how can we be part of the development outcomes that our customers are trying to achieve. Part of my job, really coming out of development background, is to be able to understand what it is that African governments are trying to achieve in terms of poverty reduction, understand what their donor partners are trying to achieve in collaboration, and then to think about how our bank can be part of that solution. So one of the initiatives that we've been thinking about and we've been working on is working with the US government around their initiatives on Power Africa. And as you may know, electricity is a key constraint to growth on the continent. There's something like approximately 30% of Africans have access to power. And as you can imagine, that's a key constraint to growing businesses, that's a key constraint to individual growth. And we recognize that being able to invest in power on the continent really requires a whole host of players to make that work. So if the bank is going to invest in an independent power project, we need the African governments to be on board with that idea, creating the regulatory environment. You need the donor flows for the long-term financing, and then we can bring the structuring. And so this is one area where we really see that all of our interests are aligned from the private sector, governments, donor organizations. And so again, that's part of my job, is to try and help bring those pieces together.